What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I just want to talk about the Survival Hunter for a little bit. I've really been enjoying a bunch of dungeons that I've been running on the Survival Hunter, and I'm trying to get him fully geared up. Unfortunately, right now, I'm actually in between tier sets. I still don't have my full tier set unlocked on Survival, but it's still doing crazy damage in keys in particular, and I've been running it this week trying to get my last tier piece so that I can get advantage, unlock the potential damage to my wildfire bombs. So we'll get there eventually, but my trinkets are like really bad. The gear is only 426, right? So we'll get there. But even though I don't have like a fully geared up survival hunter now, this is kind of what it's capable of doing. I just want to talk really quickly about just some of the dungeons I've been running, and you can see the absolute insane AoE damage that comes out here. Before I just jump into this really quickly, let me show you my build. I am in fact running Hydra's Bite, and I think there's been a lot of discussion about this. I want to hear what you guys think about this. I know some people, a lot of the builds online are always using poison injection. I just really like Hydra's Bite, and I think it's way easier to use, and I think the damage is actually fine. And in particular, on pull, like I'm going to show you, you can get a bunch of Serpent Stings going before you actually get a green bomb on your wildfire infusion, proc. So you might be, if you're not running Hydra's Bite, you're gonna miss out on a bunch of damage, which I think would otherwise be, would be there. Bombardier, I think, is actually also really fun, in particular with the new tier set bonus, and this is what I'm gonna try and combo together. Right now, I'm just using it without even having the 4 set. But let's just see how much damage this thing pumps out, because it's pretty outrageous. So luckily, I do get a green bomb right away on this pole, but I have a couple of Serpent Stings out there already. And then, boom, we're just up to 200k right away, 210k. We do have an Ogvoker with us, I will say that. So there's a percentage of the damage here that is definitely just the Ogvoker and not me. But I will say, if you look at, like, the end of the dungeon, really quickly, I'll just look at the end of the dungeon. I ended up doing 102k overall. The actual contribution from the Ogvoker for my damage is about 5.5%. 4 plus 7, yeah, 5.5% of my damage is the Ogvoker, just straight up. The rest of it is me. So overall, I did 102k. But if we subtract, 4 million and then another 2, so 6.5 million from my 113 million, I'd still be at 107 million. I'd be right where Sepe is. So instead of 102k, I would be doing like 97k. So it's really not that big of a difference actually on my character right here. I just want to make sure I'm clear with that, because the damage that's coming out from Survival Hunter is just really good on its own. But 260k on this pull is insane. Like, that is so much damage. You can see right here the value of the Serpent Sting, the Hydra's Bite, getting 3 Serpent Stings out right away. I have a red bomb right away, so I don't have access to a green bomb yet. So, and I went blue bomb now, and then I'm also going to get another red bomb right after. So you can see the value, in my opinion, of having, oh my gosh, sorry about that. The value of actually having that green bomb right off the bat, I think is really good. Triple Serpent Sting, red bomb, into blue bomb, into red bomb, right? Into green bomb finally. So it's like 10 seconds where I would not have otherwise had Serpent Sting damage, and I do have it because I have Hydra's Bite. So I really think that's a good, valuable talent. But we're doing 140k, 150k on 3 targets. It's insane what this thing is capable of doing. It's actually crazy. Again, right on the next pack, we're doing 120k right out of the gates. It's just so good. And the combos, in particular, the combo of your Death Chakram plus Explosive Shot plus Fury of the Eagle, that combo is just doing so much crazy damage. It's really, really good. Let me just skip forward a little bit. This boss fight is, it's kind of whatever. Again, lots of AoE damage here on these packs as well. I'm going to skip ahead to this boss fight because I think there's a lot of value in showing the flexibility of the damage profile from Survival Hunter as well. So not only does it have really, really good AoE damage, it has really good single target damage. We actually end up waiting for Lust here. So it has really good single target damage, and it's flexible. So we get off to a good start here. I get Harpoon. We get Death Chakram into Explosive Shot, and then I want to make sure I get a Fury of the Eagle inside of the Death Chakram debuff. You can see the boss is debuffed here with Death Chakram right there, that little green looking thing. So I want to make sure I fit a Fury of the Eagle in, and I do. And we're doing about 80k right off the bat, and then we're going to start spiking here. And then once the boss starts running away, our damage is incredibly flexible. So he's going to do one more charge here, and then he's about to do his tantrum. He's at 95 energy, 97, 90. Here's 100. So he's about to do tantrum, and again, our flexibility and our damage is really, really good because we have lots of ranged abilities. I can kill command from range. I can throw bombs. I can Serpent Sting. I can Death Chakram. I can Explosive Shot. I can even Fury of the Eagle to a degree. So our damage stays relevant on a boss fight like this where another melee class would really lose a lot of value. They lose a lot of damage here because the boss is running away constantly, right? It's very frustrating. And you're having to pick up worms. So I really think that Survival Hunter has a huge edge over some of the other melee classes in terms of its flexibility and how it deals damage, right? You have that ability to just throw your abilities from range. Most of your abilities are ranged at the end of the day, except for basically Mongoose Bite. So I fit a Fury of the Eagle in here. He charges again, and then it's Kill Shot, it's Wildfire Bomb, it's Kill Command, it's Serpent Sting. All that stuff's coming out. And I think we kind of we end up ignoring... But there, I'm Serpent Sting from here, I'm kill shotting from here, and I'm collecting orbs at the same time. So very cool. I just love that flexibility in the damage profile. Another great thing about Survival Hunter, and just Hunter in general, but what I really love is defensively you have things like Turtle. So for the first big AoE damage that comes out here, I actually just pop my defensive. Here comes not Upheaval, sorry. Festering Harvest. This is the big damage that comes out on this boss. Really, the only real dangerous part of this boss fight, in my opinion, is this part, right? I just pop my defensive, and I heal with Exhilaration, and then I have a Leech Pet, so I'm leeching as much health back as I can, working really hard. On a higher key, you would probably want to take the defensive pet, which gives you the extra heal. I almost jumped into a mushroom there, but anyway, we're going to run back in. When the next Fester comes out, I have my Turtle up. And Turtle means you can just deny all the damage coming out from this. So I do some damage. Right before Fester goes off, I pop Turtle. So boom, right there, I pop Turtle. Right as it's done, it's gone off now. I immediately end Turtle and get back to doing damage. There, Turtle's done, back into it. So the amazing defensive cooldown of Turtle, I can't stress enough how good Aspect of the Turtle is. If you're not really comfortable using it right now on your Hunter, you need to get comfortable using it. It stops so many mechanics from wiping you. It is ridiculous. Like, think of all the really difficult bosses on Tyrannical Week. This thing helps to deal with all of them. There's a mechanic that they all have that you'll be able to deal with. Here's the last big AoE pack. I just want to stress again the amount of damage. So I pop Explosive Shot first, then I throw Death Chakram right now, so that when the explosion goes off, it's in the Death Chakram window. Then I Fury of the Eagle. I actually think I messed up the combo there. My Explosive Shot went off a little bit early, but then you Fury of the Eagle. You want to get that all inside the Death Chakram window so that every enemy is taking the extra damage from that Death Chakram debuff. And you can see, you know, we ended up doing about 300k for most of that pull, I think. And it's just awesome. It's awesome to see. Obviously, this is buffed by Ogvoker a little bit, but the reality is that Survival Hunter just has the damage. So I'm very excited. I love the style of Survival Hunter. I love the flexibility. Even though it's a melee and a lot of your damage, you know, does come from your auto attacks and your Mongoose Bite, at the end of the day, you have flexibility in the rest of your kit. Everything is ranged. Serpent Sting, your kill commands, your bombs, right? Even Butchery has quite a big range to it. So it's very strong, and I think in particular, the talents that I mentioned before of taking Hydra's Bite, you can see my damage overall. Serpent Sting was almost 10% of my damage, and I just think the flexibility of being able to hit multiple targets with Serpent Sting is really strong, and the 20% extra damage to Serpent Sting overall is also very strong. Don't be afraid to take this talent. Even on Tyrannical Weeks, it is very, very strong, okay? The other one being Bombardier. I am going to try and combo this with the new tier set bonus once I get it unlocked. I'm trying really hard, guys, to do as many dungeons as I can and to do as much content as I can to get a tier piece. So bear with me as I try and get this thing geared up. But what do you guys think about Survival Hunter? I would love to hear from you. I think it's absolutely clapping in Mythic Plus right now, and if you haven't given it a shot, you really should. I love this thing. It's so much fun to play. It has so much flexibility, some really strong defensive cooldowns in Aspect of the Turtle. It's really strong just overall. So let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you all. I will see you in the next one.